You hear things like you can come up with this plan for your life, but God has a plan for your life, and that gets me to thinking, yes, of course, I agree with that, and I do, but I also realized, hold on, I had this plan for my life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah. If you're new here, I upload beauty videos. This is not a beauty video, this is kind of like a catch-up. I tried to post them weekly, but right now I'm just posting them whenever I can. It is storming outside. Hopefully that isn't too distracting. But if you want to see my thoughts on me graduating from high school, like 10 years ago, that kind of thing, I'll title the video as, I don't know. Anyway, if you want to see my thoughts, keep on watching. Let me start with, I'm not a licensed therapist, licensed counselor. These are just my opinions. I'm actually going to read you a couple of my journal entries, especially the second one. I did have more of an intent of doing a video on this, but I also did want to journal it. I speak about journaling in, I think, my first video back this year, so I will link that at the top if you want to see that. Also, it is storming outside, so it is kind of cloudy and it's thundering. Well, it's not storming, but it is thundering. It was raining a little bit ago. Also, Milo is in here. I don't think you can see him. I got this dress from Goodwill. Let me show you this dress first, because also my mom just asked if like that, if what I was wearing was a dress, and I was like, yeah. She's like, that's cute, and I'm thinking, thank you. Got it at Goodwill, so let me show it to you. So this is my dress. It's super comfortable. I'm not sure the brand, but like the sleeves are a little flowy. It's so comfortable to wear. Mr. Milo is so cute. I know you can't see him, but he's just being a good boy. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my dress. I really like it. I guess kind of a theme of today's video is going to be whenever your expectations for what your life would have looked like at this point in your life don't line up, that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good summation. So really quickly, I just wanted to film this. This is a different day, but I just wanted to have a transition / slight explanation, because I do just jump into reading part of a journal entry. So yeah, that's what we're about to go into seeing. Wow, the quality of this, at least on my end, once again, I am filming this on a different day, but the quality of this does look to be very much better. I went from having an iPhone 10 to an iPhone 13. This is the first video that I'm filming on it, and it looks to be really clear. So hopefully maybe you guys can tell a difference on your end. But I did end up filming that video a couple weeks ago, so I kind of just wanted to add a little bit more to that. We're gonna add some lip gloss or lipstick. It's so clear. But also for the past couple of months, I've either been off social media other than YouTube, if that can be considered social media. I've been off certain social media, so I'm off and on platforms. I can delve into that later because that's also a good topic to discuss. Now on to a different day. Next Friday is my 10-year high school reunion, and that has me feeling some kind of way. I guess it also goes along with what I wrote a couple of days ago. My life isn't looking how I thought it would be. You hear things like you can come up with this plan for your life, but God has a plan for your life, and that gets me to thinking, yes, of course, I agree with that. And I do, but I also realized, hold on, I had this plan for my life. I turned 28 in a couple months, and I certainly thought I would be married by now. Clearly I'm not. I do have the desire to be married, but to the right person. Sometimes I do long for that companionship and wanting someone, but I remind myself that waiting is good and the right thing to do because I want God's best for me. Now to discuss being off social media on and off for the past couple months. I caught myself just checking it constantly. When I noticed it and was more aware of it, I realized I was craving that constant distraction or update. It wasn't just one thing that led me to making that decision of, going off social media. I do go back on social media periodically. One of the times is when I post a new YouTube video because I want to share that on social media. I don't post much on Instagram or Facebook. I'm more of a consumer, and I'm not here to say I'm better than you because I take social media breaks, but I know what I need and I can sense when I need to take a break, and I think that that's been good for me. I really like that journal entry. I like how concise that was. I liked my wording. A lot of it, most of the times whenever I journal, if I do, it's before I go to bed. It's one of part of my nighttime routine. I haven't been journaling as much at night lately. I don't want to force myself into journaling, but I also don't want it to seem overwhelming, where that means that I don't journal, because I have kind of caught myself like it seems like it's too much of a task, so I just don't do it. It can just seem kind of overwhelming because I do also want to read at night, and I do also want to, like I do different things, such as I write what I want to do for the next day, if it's a weeknight especially. And I also want to read at night, so sometimes it can just be like too much, especially if I haven't done my devotions for the day and I'm trying to do my devotions at night. That has been a contributing factor into why I didn't journal or haven't journaled as much. I either journal at night or also a lot of the times on Saturday mornings. I love me a slow, quiet Saturday morning where I can just get up, drink my coffee, do my devotions, and journal. It's a great time. So that's also whenever I journal. Obviously, I'm being extremely vulnerable in this video once again. For example, sharing that I have a desire to get married eventually. If you also feel like that and you're not married right now, maybe that can, it is nice to hear other people in the same boat as you or similar boats or something like that. So it's nice to hear. So that's one of my reasons for wanting to share. But also some of my videos are kind of more like a video journal, so I can go back and watch it. Obviously, I'm sharing this on YouTube, so you guys can watch it, but it's also for me to be able to go back and watch it later as well. I think that's going to be kind of cool. But that is, I guess, just something that I did want to share, or that I realized that I thought was interesting, that I did have this planned out for my life, even though I know the things, like I know you shouldn't have your life planned out, or it's good to have ideas, hopes, dreams, ambitions, but just know that God can have a different plan. I'm turning 28 soon, and I thought that my life would look very different than what it looks like. Another thing that I want to talk about is I have in the past, not saying that I'll never do that again, is I have compared my life to other people's lives or other people who are in my life, and I hate to say it, but I felt not complete. I'm not sure how to describe it, but like I'm not married, I don't have kids. Not to say that I'm unhappy for those who are married and do have kids, because I'm genuinely happy for them, but that's just not my reality right now. And once again, I know if I do get married, if I do have kids in the future, that's not going to solve all my problems, and it's not going to solve any of my problems. And that's not to say that I won't have problems in the future. I'm aware of that as well, but it doesn't negate the fact that I have, I guess, compared myself to them, which I know is not a good thing to do, but just being honest with you guys, and I guess kind of reminding you to try not to do that. It's like afternoon and it's so dark outside. So I realized this through journaling, but also talking with a couple of my friends recently. Two things that I feel like the Lord is teaching me this year is patience and trusting Him, and just in, more than one aspect, but trusting Him also for, my future spouse, or whoever I end up marrying, because that is, and like the thing is, like the Lord knows that I would like to get married, but I'm finally at the point of saying that I trust what He has best for me, and I'm okay with waiting. Because for the longest time, I feel like I just said that because I'm like, yes, like I know it's the right thing, and I know that it was the right thing, but I was still like, yeah, but like I also like want to be in a relationship now, thank you. But I don't know, I just finally feel at peace, maybe. That is a theme for my year, but I finally, or kind of goes along with my theme for the year, I finally feel at peace with waiting for whoever He has best for me. And that's just another thing that I wanted to share, because it kind of, I feel like it took a long time to get there rather than it just being head knowledge. I actually believed it as well. I know that this video was another short one, but it is one that I wanted to do. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, feel free to stick around and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.